if I am selecting between these two. I can't believe I fell asleep like 2 minutes before you found fishing last night.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering why you didn't respond. I don't. I think this means I get both of these abilities. I don't think I need to choose between the two of them. I just get both of them because this one says there's only one and there's nothing to choose. But I want to find out. So what I'm going to do is,
Got 11, so you can choose one.
yeah. So I can either do makes it difficult to be knocked down when in heat mode, or increases the maximum limit of your heat gauge. It's either and or. So I'm gonna pick this one because it's the if I do only get one, this is the one that I want. So I'm gonna cash in this one. Okay. So now if I go to my abilities, okay. So I did get this is the other one. So I do get both. Good. All right.
Makes it a little bit more worth it with 6 XP points having to go out.
Yeah, and maybe as I go through them, it won't be 1 or 2. It'll be 5 or 6. I get a bunch of abilities when I'm cashing in 900 stock at one time. I don't know, but I was worried about that for a second. I was like, oh man, am I going to have to like choose my upgrade path? Am I building like a strength or agility or tank or like what kind of build am I RPGing this Kiryu? So, but it looks like I do just get all of the abilities. I need to turn up my headphones because I was playing Project Cars last night, and that game is much louder than this one. What were we doing? Shiro seems to be down about something. The best bet is to ask him directly. Who is Shiro? I've already forgotten.
Give me a second. I'm thinking.
Oh, can I cook? Is there a cooking mini game?
Was he one of the guys we met? I kept thinking of him as Viper, so I wonder if his real name is Shiro.
Oh wait, you know what?
Oh wait.
Hi,
hey!
Okay, this got complicated real fast.
Where you at? Where you at? Oh,
Shiro.
No, Shiro. Oh, one of the kids. Okay.
An introverted boy living at Morning Glory Orphanage who tends to stay inside reading books instead of playing outside with the other kids. Aspires to be a doctor because both of his parents succumbed to deadly illnesses and is studying hard in the hopes of getting a scholarship, since Morning Glory may not have the funds to pay for tuition.
We're in the Yakuza, so we should be able to come up with the money.
He is a people of Okinawa.
All right.
And cool. Nakahara owns the deed to the land, and they live together with Haruka, who is the daughter of Kiryu, who manages Morning Glory. All right.
Look! How it connects to Majima.
Aids the Tojo clan.
Like they have him on the same line as like a family level.
Yeah.
As Kiryu with Kiryu.
God, what a maniac! Jesus Christ! This low res.
The Majima family and former captain of the Shimano family. Oh yes.
Can we get a better render of this freaking Majima?
Just just find your billions that we had from last game. I know.
I can't believe we get Hawaiian shirt Kiryu as his profile picture.
Great. I approve of this. What if it changes at any point?
I don't know.
I hope not.
Okay, so we need to find Shiro, and there we go. Shiro. Where's my worm? There's my worm.
Get your worm on.
Take the worm. I take the worm. You took the worm. You got a worm. How many kids are supposed to sit on these seesaws?
2 each on each side.
4-player seesaw. That's a hazard. Koji, have you seen Shiro around? Nope. What about you, Riona?
I haven't seen him either. Maybe he's off playing somewhere? Anyway, This boy in my class, Okada-kun.
I don't want to know
He's
about
like,
it.
I'm out.
I'm leaving. You girls have any idea where Shido is?
Huh? I don't. Iri-chan? Izumi-chan? Nope. Uh-uh. I saw Haichi and Mitsuo playing on the beach. Maybe he's with them?
I'll go take a look. Let's go to the beach. I know where there's a fishing pole.
Oh, and I see two boys getting in trouble. We acquaintances, we lose kids so easily.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Hey, Shido with you too? Yeah. Taichi bomb. Don't hit so hard, Taichi. Where that came from? Taichi explosion. I asked you a question. Come on, Okaz. Can't you see we're busy here? Just take a break for 1 second. Do either of you know where Shido is? Maybe in a room? We asked if he wanted to play with us, but he said no. Taichi, blast! No fair, I wasn't ready. I'm glad you kids are full of energy. Just try not to get hurt, okay?
Just let them keep punching each other.
Yeah.
Back in the house.
After some fishing. Is there a worm? Where's my worm back?
Nope.
How Kiryu got his worm back?
Gotta get your worm on.
Where is the... Hey, kid. What's all these are we like battle training these kids with these bats?
No, they're just they're playing baseball.
Hey there, Shido. Everything okay? I'm fine. You don't look fine. Everyone else is having fun outside. You're sitting in here all by yourself like a loser. You sure you're okay? Just leave me alone.
You add the loser part because I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay. That is up to you.
Okay. Something happen at school, sport? No. Does your stomach hurt? Not really.
Does your heart
with
hurt?
a girl? What do you mean? Well, you're at the age where boys start. That's not it. Just leave me alone, okay? I was wrong. Doesn't look like he wants to talk. Maybe the other kids would know something.
I love how we're spending. This is what we're doing in the main storyline. This is not a sub story. This is the main storyline. Managing kids in an orphanage. That is what Yakuza 3 Remastered has become.
He's in a quiz. Alright. Need to figure out what's wrong with us? How are you gonna do that? Easy. I'll just put him in a headlock. That'll get him talking to me in no time.
We don't encourage that violence. Hey, that's a good idea. I bet I could take him too.
Kick the crap out of him. Come on, you two. You should be looking out for Shido. Not trying to beat him up. That's what an older sibling is all about. I thought you knew better. Yeah, but he's just so dumb. He's such a dork. Never mind. I'll do it. I'll go put him in a headlock. Keep your hands to yourself, Koji. You're just gonna make things worse. All right.
So we were just beating up a dude yesterday in the streets.
Echo.
What's up, Uncle Cass? Is this about Shido?
Yeah, something's definitely up. Do you know if he's having trouble at school?
I'm not sure. We're not in the same grade. Have you heard anything, Izumi-chan? No. We're in different classes, so...
Right.
Want me to try asking him? I'll put him in a headlock.
No. Just kids. Everyone lines up for headlock session with Shido.
Very appropriate response by these children, considering who is running their orphanage.
Yeah. If he's going to open up to anyone, it'd probably be another guy. I'll give it another shot. Go talk to freaking Haichi Blast over here. I was just about to go in for the body slam. Give the games a rest and listen. Alright, what's up? It's about Shido. Wait, he wasn't in our room? He was, but he won't talk to me. He's just sitting curled up in the corner. Yeah, he's been doing that a lot lately. What? Why? Probably because he's getting bullied. A bunch of kids putting him in headlocks. Bullied? How do you know? Oh, because I do it. I found him crying in the boys' room at school a couple weeks ago, so I asked him what was wrong. And that's when he told you about the bullying? Yeah. I think it's been getting worse, though. What makes
And I
you say
decided
that?
not to say anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I thought it'd be funny to barge in on him while he was taking a bath, but he had bruises all over his body.
Good God! Yakuza, ex-Yakuza Kiryu, go deal with the bullies at school right now.
Yeah. It's like that song from the Crash Test Dummies.
Hey, Meg.
And he doesn't do sports or nothing, so he wouldn't have gotten him for that. Did you tell a teacher? No. Bullying always gets worse if you tattle. Besides, I've heard enough. I'll go talk to the teacher myself. I'm gonna go beat up that teacher.
Yeah.
Wait, Uncle Kaz, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Bam. Whip
Bang.
out that phone.
Yeah. UQ Elementary, Hashimoto speaking. Hi there. My name is Kiryu from Morning Glory. The orphanage?
Teacher's bullying them.
Yeah. The orphanage, right? You must be the guardian for all those poor kids. I don't know if it's all those poor kids or all those poor kids.
I don't feel like there should ever be that word in there. Poor should not be in there.
Well, I mean,
Like-
not poor, but like like having pity on them. Like
Yeah,
all
you
those
shouldn't just pity
unfortunate
him
kids.
automatically. Like, that's not a
you
healthy
know.
response.
And who are you exactly? Oh, just one of the teachers here at school. Perfect. I'm actually calling about one of my kids, Shiro. Can I speak with his teacher? That would be me. What seems to be the problem?
You
Well?
suck at your job.
I have reason to believe he's getting bullied. Bullied? What evidence do you have of that? Is this some kind of joke? He also sent over his headshot, yeah.
Yeah, it did load in there when once it got a name to it.
Trust me, I'm not the joking type. Shido's holed up in his room right now, not talking to anyone. Apparently there have been bruises on his body, too. I assure you, there is no chance of such awful behavior. There is no chance such awful behavior would take place at our school. What about the other orphans? You could just call them kids.
I told you, I don't
yeah,
like this guy.
Who knows what those kids of yours get up to without parents around to keep them in check?
Oh, we are
What
fucking
did you
this guy
say?
up.
Honestly, I'm sick and tired of all these nervous parents whining to me about their children. Raising them is your responsibility, not mine. Well, I suppose your case may be a lost cause. Goodbye, Kiryu-san.
Meg says,
It
why
is
is he so defensive and is 100%?
100%. Yes. What was his problem? Guys, don't worry, Taichi. I'm gonna go make sure this never happens again. But it's okay. I'll get Shido to talk.
Meg says, listen to the damn kids. Let them talk. We're going to go to the kid that's happening to. We're going to get the answers directly from the source.
Shido, I want you to tell me what happened. You can trust me, Shido. Please. All I want is for you to be happy. You and everyone else here. I'm not going to stand around doing nothing when you're so clearly in need of help. Come on, just tell me what's going on. Is someone bullying you? Shido nods affirmatively. All right. I'll go have a talk with your school. You can't! Why not? I already spoke with your teacher, but he wasn't a whole lot of help. Shido. Gonna take one of these bats with me real quick. I'll bring it back a little bent. Why doesn't Shido want me going to his school? There has to be a reason.
Meg says, yes, let's put the spotlight on the kid who has gone through something traumatic. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Yeah. Maybe I could just cut out the middleman and talk to this bully's parents directly. Taichi seems to know a lot about what's been going on. He might be able to point me in the right direction.
Right, Quentin? Headlock time. We're going to teach the kids how to put someone in a headlock by putting their teacher
my
in
worm?
headlock. Oh, yeah, the boys from the beach are here now.
Oh.
Or the boy
Oh,
from the beach.
Taichi, yeah. Taichi. Oh, Uncle Kaz. Don't tell anyone about this. But do you think you can find out who's been bullying Shido for me? I already know. That's what I was trying to tell you before.
I like Meg
Who is
said,
it?
let them fucking talk!
Some kid named Yoshinori, but what? It's kind of complicated. Yoshinori's son of Shido's teacher, Hashimoto.
Oh!
What? Are you... Oh, it's you.
Parents about to butt heads, baby!
Hashimoto would be in big trouble if he admitted his own son was a bully. So I don't know if he'll ever fess up. Well, now I really need to get involved. I better check with Shiro again just to make sure. Guys.
Hey, we're not letting bullying stand.
Shiro, Taichi told me everything that's been about what's been going on. Has the teacher's son really been bullying you? Yeah. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Please, Shiro, I need you to talk to me. But Yoshinori, he said his dad plays golf with Akasaka Sensei from the city council. That he'd get them to shut Morning Glory down if I tattled on him. Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Okay.
He's saying that the Hashimoto was the one saying that he would shut down the orphanage if the kid tattled? Like the parent is the one saying that?
No.
Parent slash teacher or the kid?
Yoshinori like beats this kid up and says, "Don't tell on me, or I'll get my dad to shut down your orphanage." Basically.
Okay. I got confused with the.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna consult the map here in a second. We need a few more red strings. I'm not crying. I'm just frustrated. My stomach hurts.
I got a fart.
Yoshinori only picks on kids when he knows they're not gonna fight back. It's not right.
Oh,
Don't
we'll
worry.
teach you to fight.
Don't worry. Morning Glory's not going anywhere. Promise. The next time he tries to mess with you, I want you to stand up for yourself. You hear me? Oh, I would love to go through a battle tutorial with this kid and teach him how to fight using the same heat actions that Kiryu has. That would be phenomenal.
So does no one realize that he is the next day? That Kiryu is ex-Yakuza? And I say ex with quotes around a fake quotes
this
in the
is
air.
a different town. He has left Kamurocho. This is Okinawa. Like he has a new reputation, a new life. Like he is trying to start over.
Yes, you say that, but exactly what Meg said. But look at him.
I get you. Yes.
Gears of War big, and he has that tattoo, which screams Yakuza. That's why the
Only
Ryoto
to the people
clan.
that have seen it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like the boys, the two guys. I think it's the Ryoto family. The ones we met. Yes, Ryoto. They know. They were like, no, he's ex-Yakuza because they saw him with his shirt off and
that's the
dripping
whole point
sweat,
of this
slicing wood in the front yard. So
before it was like Kiryu versus Majima, Kiryu versus Goryu, whatever that guy's name is. Kiryu versus Nishiki. Like this is Kiryu versus his past. Like that's why he's wearing this Hawaiian shirt. He's trying so hard to get away from that. He's not even wearing his suit. But the people that know, and they will not let him get away from it.
I'm just curious who knows at this point. And it seems like the only people that know is now that family.
Right.
And because they saw our tattoo and then we beat their fucking asses up and they were like, oh yeah, he ain't one to fuck with.
Eventually, that spider web is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as more and more people find out who I really am. But for now, we're trying to keep it kind of under wraps.
Meg says he can't blend in no matter how many tropical shirts he wears. This is what happens when you get older. They run out of ideas and it becomes versus the school.
Yeah, Miyata says, everything okay, Kiryu-san? You look kind of worried. And then Miyata-san. It turns out Shiro's been getting bullied at school. What? Who would go after such a sweet kid like Shiro-kun? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. My green sweater.
Yeah. Maybe Kiryu should have gone for that look instead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know, quit. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, we're just going to tell everyone on the fucking street.
Green sweater and a soul patch.
Glasses.
Well, it's a kid named Yoshinori, but his dad's the real problem. Apparently he's pretty tight with Akasaka Sensei. Meaning if I don't go about this the right way, they'll get city council to come shut my orphanage down. Really? That doesn't seem like the Akasaka-san I know. Wait, you know him? Of course.
Yeah, but he's going to start a PTA to get the teacher fired.
Yakuza 4 is going to be Kiryu versus the HOA.
Hell yeah! I want him living in my fucking neighborhood. Wait, hold on.
Kiryu runs for governor.
Fights. I'd vote for that man.
He's famous around these
I'm
parts.
gonna want to start working in the government jobs. Can I hire to go after my
Oh my God, yeah. Well, as famous as a city councilman can be. Anyways, he's definitely the honest type, not the kind of guy to use his position to settle grudges. Why don't you go talk to him? He loves chatting with his constituents. I'm sure he'd be willing. Even so, I can't just go marching into City Hall over this. Maybe if there was somewhere else I could run into him. Oh, let's try the... Yeah, we're going to play golf! Why the golf course? That's where he spends most of his free time. He's a councilman. That's where his office is.
Not in an office. Yeah.
They say he wouldn't be caught dead without his trusty set of clubs. Apparently he loves it so much he forgets to eat sometimes. Golf balls can't fill an empty stomach, you know? I don't know what that sentence means, Miata. Huh. I wonder how he even finds time to work.
He doesn't.
Second that, Kiryu-san. Anyway, the monorail's the best way there. Just get off at Golf Course Station and you're golden. Thanks a ton, Miata-san. Time to go find out if these rumors are true. The monorail!
Sergio said that this man is wearing a green sweater over a suit shirt in a Japanese beachfront town. Sucks. And Sergio, I will say the same thing. Clayton doesn't like for me to go after the HOA or to go after the bank. I have to be nice to these people.
I'm gonna go find Akasaka.
Man, do I want to scream at him sometimes. Meg.
I heard a shimmer somewhere, but I guess that was just the loading screen.
That might have just been the loading screen. Okay, so now you are currently in downtown
Ryukyu.
Ryukyu. And
you don't have to roll the R. You can just say Ryukyu.
Ryukyu. Don't. How about once you'll go to your map.
Nowhere, apparently. Shelby says nowhere.
Max says, Shelby, you also have to be nice to NPCs in Dragon Age, so that makes sense.
God, this postage stamp freaking map.
I hate it. Okay, so can you... 1, 2, 3... What are these T's?
What does a T stand for?
Taxi.
Taxi? Okay. You gonna go to Sam's Maui Grill?
No, I would like for you to go check out a question mark.
Pretty sure I went to Sam's Maui Grill in Jacksonville. Oh, that question mark down there?
Yeah, go check out these 3 question marks. Go check them out.
Oh, I do.
Spoiler, they're sub-stories.
Great, so we're not playing golf anytime soon.
We will. Jesus. Oy, he's such a troublemaker.
Okay.
Was
Sundress.
Okay. Why won't you tell me where Takuya is? Takuya.
This guy looks like he sounds like an idiot. A man came by and took him. I don't know what to tell you, Kurumi-san. He said he was a friend of yours. He even had me listen to a message he left on his phone asking him to pick up Takuya for you.
I did no such thing. Oh, and we're panning over to see the boobs.
That's what I first saw with this lady. I was like, they didn't show this much cleavage in the cabaret clubs in the past 3 games combined.
Oh, damn it, it stopped turning. Oh, a new message. I'm surprised there's not nip out at this point.
Nah, she's got him taped in. What does it say? He's a doctor? God.
Have Takuya. If you want him back, come get him alone and leave the Kamaro PD out of it.
Respectfully? I'm gonna say that Takuya is a child or a cat. That's my vote.
Oh, I was thinking man's, but you make a valid point. It's probably a cat. Hey, as a cat, literally just moved my mouse.
Uh-huh.
Or my
Sounds
mic.
like there's been a kidnapping. I should go see if she needs help. Alright, here, I found the first person camera in case we need it.
Oh, yes. Let's do it. Let's
Oh!
Nope. Oh, go down. Go down.
That neck snap is startling. What?
Oh!
You. Did you see what I was doing? What just happened here?
What? You were doing or what I was doing?
I guess I can't take the risk. You're gonna have to die.
We weren't doing anything.
Did you see what I was just doing?
Right,
I mean,
that's what I thought this was gonna be. I thought he was gonna
we
be
both
mad
agreed to
we were
look the other way. We could just go on about our day.
My God.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realize there were multiple bad guys. There was no indication unless I looked at the mini-map that they were bad guys until you hit them. I know. No, we didn't see it because we were clearly trying to take a picture down this woman's dress. Serves you right for staring at me while I was staring at her boobs.
Wait, you didn't see anything?
You didn't see anything either.
Keep it moving, punk. I've been having a lot of weird misunderstandings like this lately. Here, take this. I got a peppery 5,000 yen. Like the flavor text.
Peppery?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something you need to know about sub-stories in Yakuza 3. In Yakuza 3, there are 2 levels of completion to sub-stories.
Okay.
If you complete with the best possible outcome, you'll get a star next to the sub-story in your menu. If you complete it but don't get the best possible outcome, you just get a check mark.
Mm-hmm.
For the basic sense of completion, they're both the same. You're not required to get the best outcome to get 100% completion in the game. All you miss out is an opportunity for a better reward for the sub-story. Also, the shame. So much shame. So, just FYI, there is a good outcome, a best possible outcome, and a not a best outcome.
So that comes from you providing me the answers. What is this dude's problem? He's still in the street.
Also, if there's one we just want to do and not get the best possible outcome, it's not like it's going to punish us if we just want to go a different way because we think it's funny. So,
Right.
just so you know. All right, go talk to that woman and see if we can't help her.
Here, that's what you wanted, Shelby.
I was shocked by how much those are very big. Holy God.
I mean, they could do with a remaster. They were not kind to this woman in the texture that they put on her décolletage.
Unreal.
Dude, that's really funny to me. The neck snap. Huh?
As you're looking at her.
Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. Did you say your child has been kidnapped?
Staring at your boobs. Sorry, who are you?
I'm Boobs. Sorry, Kiryu. I run the Morning Glory Orphanage just down the road. If a kid's been abducted, well, you can understand my concern.
Oh, so you're a teacher? All I know is that Takuya was taken from this hospital. And I just got a ransom note. We have Takuya. Come alone.
But it's far too dangerous. We need to alert the authorities.
If we knew Japanese, we could probably tell what's on that backboard, the back of the screen, those boards,
Yeah.
to verify what our theory is.
I did not complete my playthrough of Learn Hiragana to Survive.
You suck. If I call the police and they hurt my darling Takuya, I'd never be able to live with myself. What on earth should I do? You guys are right. It's totally an animal. Please, Kiryu-san, can you help me?
Careful how far you bend over, lady. Don't bow too politely. You'll be indecent.
Meg says, why did you leave the child alone at the doctor? I still say cat. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
It's definitely an animal. I take care of children every day. Surely you understand what I'm going through.
You should call the cops.
I should say I'm on it.
Okay, I'm on it. Let's go get Takuya back.
Thank you so much. Be careful, okay?
Here's his favorite treats. Oh, God, do I have to escort you?
No, this is the place. According to the text message, they should be waiting in a vacant parking area just ahead.
Empty lot, huh? All right.
Jump right in.
We'll have the upper hand if we strike first. I'm going in. Oh,
Runs
what is your
around the
walk
corner.
animation? Hey, you the punk who kidnapped Takuya? Hand him over, now.
なんだと
Just who are you? Kurami's newest flame? Well, that's just perfect. You're about to get flamed.
Where's Brandon? Got her own flame.
Uh-huh.
I think that tells me
nice
this is a
dance.
disagreement regarding ownership for their cat or dog once they have broken up. What was with the D-pad there a minute ago?
I can, if I have any weapons, I can choose them. Ow.
Oh yeah, we should probably stop by a store and get some stuff. Lady, don't jump. Don't jump. Don't do it. It's for your benefit, not mine. No jumping allowed. Meg, perform recon? Nah.
Bloody chest hair? What is your deal? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm so sorry.
Where's Takuya? Oh, that's right. Sure.
He better be okay. There he is.
There he is!
What's this dog doing here?
Takuya! Oh, my poor little baby. Mommy's gonna make it all better. Butter.
Takuya's a dog?
Don't call him that. It's a very important part of my family. Are you scared, my precious angel? Oh, don't be afraid. Mommy's here.
This is
What's with this music?
this is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, where we find the busty lady's dog and return it to her.
This is interesting music, I'll say that.
I'm the one that gave you the rotten mic. You were over the moon, went on and on about how much you loved me. Still had the voicemail on my cell.
You used that voicemail to trick the vet. Of all the low-down, nasty things to do, you're twisted. But wow,
Good
you're
work,
twisted. Let's do the twist to this music.
Uh-huh. Everything I did for one last chance to see you again. Those sweet sweater puppies.
Now that's just creepy. Imagine kidnapping for attention. Pull a stunt like this again, and I'm going to the police. Doggy, please. I can't thank you enough for all your help, Kitty-san. It's not much, but please, take this.
Got 10,000 yen.
We need every penny we can get.
Yeah. Oh, what should I do? I won't tell you how to feel, but if you ask me, you really need a better way to express yourself. I got 2,000 experience points. That would have sounded like a lot previously. Not anymore.
Oh, there's another question mark nearby. This is like a shopping alley? Yeah.
There's a moment in the Simpsons movie that came out a few years ago where Homer goes on like a spirit quest, and there's this woman in the clouds, and she has like these huge pendulous boobs, and she like points him in the direction of where he should go to get back to town with her boobs.
Of course.
And I just remember the line, "Thank you, boob lady."
Yeah, of course.
That'd be a good alert.
Do you see what's behind this man's?
I see Cabaret Club South Island.
What? Talk to
Anyways,
this man.
Let's go play golf.
No!
Hey, what's wrong? You look like a vein's about to pop. Kitty, we gotta work on your opening lines, pal. Just a simple hi would work. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't be bothering a random stranger with this, but business hasn't been so good lately. Can I be your manager? You mean at this cabaret club? That's right. I'm the manager here, and it's a long story. Hey, would you mind if I asked you for some advice?
Sure.
Thank you. I hate to make you stand out on the street, so let's talk inside. I know the woman you should hire for this cabaret club. I just saved her dog.
Oh.
Actually, there's a girl named Natsume who works at the club. She's the #1 hostess on the roster. She's pretty. She brings in the crowd. She's even got wealthy members of the elite wrapped around her finger. It's unbelievable. Oh, that's a good thing, right? Well, not exactly. Natsume has started using her status as a leverage to influence the club's business decisions. On top of that, she's developed a terrible attitude at work, and it seems she wants me fired from the club. Oh, why don't you fire her first then? I can't do that. She's responsible for so much of our revenue that losing her would completely be the end of us. Sassy as she is, I just don't understand how a person could start out with such passion and optimism, yet turn out so cold and conniving. Maybe if I wasn't such a fool of a manager. Oh, well, if it isn't our hardworking man... Oh, that's you.
Oh, well, if it isn't our hardworking manager, just what are you plotting over here?
I would laugh if it was the same lady. And she's like going by an alias.
Well, the tits are definitely different, so they've definitely got different models for characters and sub-stories,
Right.
so...
Oh, Natsume-chan.
Haven't seen you around here before. Well, doesn't matter. I'm off to Hawaii as it is. Hold down the fort for me, Kay.
Hey, you can't just up and abandon us. This is your job.
Not to burst your bubble, but my ride's almost here. Catch you later, Daddy-O.
They're all ready.
Gross. My mouth goes dirty after saying that.
He really has no control over her, huh? Man, this is like bar rescue. Hey, wait, I just had the best idea. Why don't you work at our club for a while? You're as pretty as Natsume.
What's Daddy-O's Japanese? I don't want to know.
Dadio. It was me, Dadio. What?
Very weird choice of music in this one.
It'll be great. You come work for us, bring in some cash for yourself, and coach a fine young lady to knock Natsume off her throne. I have a hunch that she's the type that'll only come to her senses once she loses that top position. Dadio, yep. And I'll admit my leadership hasn't amounted to much. I'm sure you've got the grit to get the job done. So, when can you start? I didn't apply.
Except. Oh, it's a cabaret club. We look like, the man that can take a cabaret club from the ground to stardom.
I love this line. Well, I don't know if I'll be much help, but I suppose I could give it a shot.
Yeah, I don't have much experience in cabaret clubs.
Trust me, you'd be helping us out plenty. Allow me to introduce myself then. I'm Sakaki. You are? I'm Kiryu. Kiryu-san. I'd like you to recruit a new hostess right away.
Got it.
Wait, I'm not going to be coaching the hostesses already working for you? I'm afraid all our girls have fallen under Natsume's spell, so there won't be much you can do. It'd be far more effective to start with someone you brought in yourself. If I want to go get that lady from the dog thing, I would love it if they give me that option. I guess that makes sense. Also, here are some operating funds. Sorry it's not much, but it'll be useful for at least a few major expenses. I'm leaving and you'll never see me again. Taking this 100 grand, I'm going to Hawaii with Natsume. Let's hop right to it then. I'll have one of our staff members bring you up to speed. How about Koji? He'll know what to do. Hello, I'm Koji, one of the staff members here. It's truly a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, this is completely disaffected Koji. Likewise, I'm Kiryu. I'll be assisting you going forward, Kiryu-san. Now, let's recruit a new hostess. Okay, what should we do first? Simple. All you need to do is look for charming girls in downtown Ryukyu and approach them. I'm sure at least some of them are qualified to work here. Kiryu-san, if you see someone who's a good fit, please bring her over to the club. We only have room for one extra staff member, so please make sure you bring someone who genuinely interests you. Well, I'll be leaving it to you. Thank you for your help. Oh! Yeah, that is...
There could be another letter after.
Maki. Holy crap.
Oh, there's definitely two there.
Yeah, I see Aoi has two. Oh, look at the little cube. Looks like a Nissan cube.
So, yeah. So that started that sub-story. I'm curious now, can you look and see what it looks like with one pending so we know how that is?
Sub-stories. Alright, I got a star on that one. Star is as good as it gets, right?
Star is as good as it gets, and maybe the coloring tells us that it's completed. Like how it's purple.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's
Yeah,
the
I
star
can't.
that does it. I'm not sure. That tells us completed. It's straight to the top is there, and it's got nothing next to it to mean it's currently going on. Okay. There, of course, is multiple sub-stories that will deal with Cabaret Club.
Yeah. So he said, like, just walk up to girls that you think would be a good fit, but I'm certain that's not what he actually meant. It has to be someone with a prompt to speak to them.
There are 5 women around and about that I'm sure we'll just find as we go around. I'm curious if you look at your map if there is like any indications,
That's
anything.
what I looked at. I didn't see anything.
So
Other,
the pink one is
that's
the
the
main
golf.
story. So, no, don't look like it.
Jesus, woman. You have not
Got some
slept
dark
in
circles.
weeks. She is up on something. Couldn't go to sleep if she wanted to. Irate thug.
Oh, hello, thug.
I came here to have some fun, but I'm all out of money. I don't even have enough to take the train home. That's why you're going to give me yours. Refuse all you want, but I'm taking it one way or another. Okay.
Oh, 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 oh!
All right, I've learned my lesson. Here, take this. As thanks. The Radiance, 20,000 yen.
Good, we need money. So, I'm just kind of curious, what we can do in this city, like, what stores we can go into, what areas, like things like that. I don't know if you just want to venture around a little bit here and see how the streets are set up.
Yeah. What's this question?
We tried to go in here at one point, and then we weren't allowed. So can we go into any of these stalls or anything, or?
I'm gonna go to this question mark. At least I think I am. Or is it you? It's you. Woman curious about Tokyo.
Hey, you're not from Okinawa, are you? Did you come here from Tokyo?
Yeah.
I knew it! I've never seen anyone from Okinawa wear expensive leather shoes with pointy toes like that. Oh, it was
Really?
the shoes, Meg. It was the
Oh.
shoes. It wasn't the shirt that threw him off. Damn it, should have got sandals.
Can you really tell where I'm from just by my shoes?
Never mind that. Anyway, I've always wanted to visit Tokyo. Maybe you could tell me about it? I'll get you something to make up for it. Promise. Yeah.
Well, tell her about Tokyo. Sure, I guess I could spare a few minutes.
Yay! There's a bar I like right near here. Let's grab some drinks and talk away. Perfect. I wanted to see where we could go. I'm... Hey, Kite... Anya? You can just call me Kate. Kate?
Kaede.
Okay.
I'm Kiryu. I used to live in Kamurocho, if you've heard of it. It's one of the seedier parts of Tokyo.
Nope. Definitely don't know it. I'm so jealous, though. The closest I've ever gotten was a field trip to Kyoto. And I mean, there's so much to love about Tokyo, right? All we've got here is Okinawa is fish and salty air. God, I miss that.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
look down on what you have. Most people would dream of it.
I would love a beach.
I don't know. I think Okinawa has its charms.
But it's nothing compared to Tokyo. Oh, gee. I sure wish I could live up there. But I guess just hearing about it is a good start for now.
Sure. What did you want to know?
Well, if I'm gonna move up there, I would have to find a place to live, right? How much is rent?
Too much.
Expensive. It doesn't matter what your responses are.
Funky. Studio goes for about 100,000 yen. Funky would run you about 300,000 yen a month.
300,000? Are we talking a luxury condo here or some sort of castle?
No castles, but that'd be about right for a luxury condo. Funky's where the rich folks live.
Wow, people in Tokyo must be even wealthier than I realized. Anyway, next question. If I do end up living in Tokyo, should I bring my car with me? Everyone's always driving around the city on TV and stuff.
No,
Unless
just
you're
take a
gonna pay for
cab.
parking.
Just take a cab and you can get in a shootout on the way there.
Take the fucking buses.
Yeah.
Trains. I'd never be able to shop without a car anyway. Plus, how would I even get around? I drove into town today, after all.
Does any of this matter?
No, and throughout
Okay.
this whole thing, it doesn't matter what your responses are.
Hitch the car. Trains will take you everywhere you need to go.
How am I going to do all of my shopping like that, though? Am I just supposed to spend half my time on a train just to go buy some fish?
There's more than just trains, by the way. We also have subway, taxis, buses, anything you could need. Besides, there are stores everywhere, so half the time you won't even need to get on a train at all.
I mean, I guess, but it's so hard to imagine life without a car. Oh, there you are! Kaeda? I knew I'd find you here. Oh, how do you say that?
Momiji-chan.
Momiji-chan. You sure do know me well. That I'd be at a bar? It's not hard to guess when you always go to the same bar. So, who's this?
Who's this tall glass of water?
Hello. Let's see about leather shoes.
And they are pointy.
Son, he's from Tokyo. We're just chatting, and they're size 13. You're still thinking about moving? I'm sorry about my friend here, sir. She's so starstruck by the big city. We keep trying to tell her that she won't last a minute up in Tokyo, but she refuses to listen. That's not true. I can do it if I try, you know. Please, Kiryu-san. You know Tokyo best. Tell her why it would be such a bad idea.
Still doesn't
I feel
matter.
like it doesn't matter, but I feel like you should probably go with the one that says if you want to go, then go. Or I'll help you move, one of the two.
Yeah. If you want to go, then go. You have to see for yourself whether or not you can make it.
Kiryu-san, I knew you'd understand.
I'm going to get a chair to the back of the head in a second.
Yeah.
I can understand why you're worried about her, but if you stop her from trying, she'll just end up resenting you guys.
I'll manage, don't worry. And if I need help, I'll just give Kiryu-san a call and go work at his cabaret club.
Yeah. What?
Is that okay?
Well, I did tell you to go. Here's my number. Give me a ring if you need a hand.
That is the longest ploy to get a man's number
Uh-huh.
that I've ever seen. Wow, thanks. It's not much, but take this.
I got a Silky Burger set.
Don't know what that is, but I'm very excited. Okay, we're gonna go now. I'll take care of the tab.
Sounds like Kaede will end up in Tokyo not before too long.
We're gonna run up
Because-
into her later on.
We can play billiards!
You can play billiards.
Later. Hey, lady. Come work in my club. Put that drink down. How do I get out of here? Okay. Darts!
Starts. So this is some kind of bar. We still have no idea what the name of this bar is.
I can't move the camera and I can't see anything.
Bartender, lady.
Oh, okay. Hey, what about her? As far as being a hostess goes, she might be a good fit. Let's see here. Is there anything... Okay, am I selecting one girl over the others, or eventually am I going to recruit them all?
One moment, please.
Because I would like to... I don't want to lock in on the first one I see if I only get one. Also, how do I get out of here? I can't find the door. Was I headed for the door? Okay, there's the leave button.
It doesn't say. It just says that there's 5 potentials. And here's the list of where they are. Simply speak to the woman in question. After a little conversation, she'll agree to join up with the club. But I don't know if it's like...
I'm gonna go look at them anyways. Where do I find these broads?
There was just the one there. Did you not...
I did. But I don't want to talk to her because I don't know if it's a one-way conversation.
You just want to go look at each of them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where was the place we just walked out of?
Oh, not a clue.
Hey, can we go back and find that out, please? So I can tell you the other 4.
I think it was pink place.
Okay, so our pink spots on the map, places that we can go into.
South Island. No.
Okay, that's the Cabaret Club. But pink are now places we definitely can go into. So what's yellow do? What's yellow?
Oh, Aqua Sky.
Aqua Sky. So
Yes,
that's a bar.
This is the place. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now here's the thing. If you go to your map, it doesn't tell us the names of these places. If you hover over them, does it? Yes, it does.
Aqua Sky, Umachi Diner, Sam's Maui Grill, Blue Seal Ice Cream, Awamorigura. I don't know what that is. Yudo family. Maeda Drugs.
Oh, we should probably head up that and see what they've got. Oh,
Smile Burger. What do you
there.
Smile
That's
Burger?
one. That's one. That's one.
Oh, I can't put markers down. So I gotta turn around. Go this way? This way. Oh, come on. You don't let me walk on the footpath?
Oh, the things that's gonna make him mad. And then it looks like you turn right out here.
Yeah. Steal this cop car. This is obviously Grand Theft Auto 3. Okay. It's another fight. Pointless dialogue.
Hey, you need the XP and the monies.
A huge old magazine. Here's an orange place. I don't remember what it was.
Was that maybe one of the drugs place?
Yeah, I think this is Maeda Drugs. Much Diner. I'll go look at it just to see.
And I think we eat to get health
Heal?
back. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't eat for a... Well, we also drink.
All you have. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, jump blue.
Hey, they were talking about that. Does it tell you? Okay.
I'm sauced.
You got experience points and some health back. Okay.
Okay, I remember. Across the street. Hit by a car.
Oh, small burger.
I want one of them to be a lovely old lady.
Here's your second option.
Yep. Madam Secretary. Next, where to?
M store. Hatsumachi, if that helps.
Store. UQ Boulevard.
Nope, not that one.
What?
Look for M store Hatsumachi.
Oh, is it Ebisupon? Okinawa.
Sounds on that. Oh, public market. That's another one.
Which? Oh, down there. Okay.
Down there. You want to go that way first?
Stone Market. M-Store Hatsumachi. Oh, up where the save point is. Okay. And then you said...
Down, that one. Public market.
Okay. So
left and down that. And a new question mark has popped up. Is this... That's right, you're still sauced. Oh!
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 Don't care what you have to say. Just
It's interesting that they don't show up on the mini map prior to you getting triggered for a fight. Like normally, like there were red markers and you could to sidestep.
Yeah.
That's not a thing in this game.
Okay. Ah, the knees are gone. So is the face.
We don't have any weapons yet. Oh, he bellied you.
This dude takes a freaking hit.
Used up your whole damn bat. Right, give us money. Money's
3,000
appealing.
yen for that.
Appealing 3,000 yen.
Nice.
Oh, that's...
Stop giving me the runaround, man. You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong here for owing all this money. Now you're gonna pay. Please, not my awamori. It's the only thing keeping my family going. Fine, then I'll just take the land you're sitting on instead. Bring out the deed now. What? But my ancestors established this distillery generations ago. I can't just hand it over like that.
Hillary, I'm interested in helping.
A deed, huh? Maybe this has something to do with that resort development deal. What's going on here? You mentioned a land deed? Please help me. This guy's after my awamori. I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you better stay out of our business. If this got something to do with the resort development, then I'm afraid it's my business too. I've taken somewhat of an interest in that issue. I ain't talking about any resort. This chump owes me a fat stack of cash. I was just telling him that if he can't pay up, then he can make good on his debt by giving me the deed to his land. So that's what this is about. This is going nowhere. I'll let you off the hook today. Either pay up in full or bring me that deed. Your choice.
Love how everyone's in these fucking Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
Tropical shirts.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You saved me from that brute. Not really. It sounds like you're still gonna have to pay off that debt. Yes, of course. I did borrow all that money after all. But I didn't have a choice. If I hadn't taken out that loan, the distillery would have gone belly up. You run a distillery? That's right. It's a bar nearby where we make our own local spirits. Awamori, if you've never heard of it. Oh, and my name is Matsushima. Kiryu. Good Good meeting you, Kiryu-san. A few years back, I borrowed 20 mil to try to expand my business. Compete with other big distilleries in town, you know. And I take it the investment didn't pay off. Actually, it was a resounding success, but we age our awamori for years to create the perfect flavor. Turns out the deadline to pay back those loans came around while this most recent batch was still aging. When was the deadline?
I didn't think of that, dude. Really?
It's actually not for another year still, but they're saying if I don't pay back the full 20 million in a week, I'll have to hand over the distillery. That's absurd. Don't you have a contract? About that. I looked over the fine print, and it did say the lender has the right to demand repayment before the deadline. That's how they get you. Still, only a week? They must really be in a hurry. If only I had another year, I could pay it back for sure. Look at that massive bottle of plum wine on the table.
Oh my god, I love it.
That looks exactly like... Yeah, it looks exactly like Takata plum wine, though. My favorite plum wine. What do you mean? Oh, that's when the awamori will be ready for market. I'll be able to pay off my debt, no questions asked. Tried to explain that to the loan shark, but he kept insisting I pay them right now. Maybe if I could find that heirloom Grandpa told me about. What's this about an heirloom? Oh, just something my grandfather mentioned on his deathbed. He said if I was ever in trouble, I could sell our extremely valuable family heirloom for extra cash. I don't have the slightest idea where it is, or if it even exists for that matter. I've heard that story before. Most family heirlooms don't end up being the windfalls people expect them to be. Why don't you talk to that loan shark again? Try to explain your current situation. That might be better than putting all your eggs in this heirloom basket. He already knows my situation. That's why he's demanding I pay now. He just wants to steal the distillery from me. And the stock of awamori we have aging. That'll net him way more than just the 20 million I owe. That must have been his goal from the beginning then. Set up the contract, then go back on it and not just the distillery, but the booze too. Also, I'm still drunk, it's worth mentioning. Ugh, the family heirloom is my only hope. Apparently it's buried somewhere on the beach near some orphanage.
Hey!
Evening Pride. Yes, Evening Pride is the orphanage that I run. I think it's called something like that. Wait, are you talking about Morning Glory? Oh yeah, that's the one. You know it? Yeah, I know it. I run the place. Never guessed there'd be buried treasure nearby, though. Well, look!
I welcome you!
Hey! What's up, Brandon?
How's it going,
Thanks
Brandon?
for the raid.
But look, fate must have brought us together. Please, would you consider helping me find this precious heirloom? I'll make it worth your time, I promise.
Let's save
your distillery.
Brandon, there were one sentence with 2 flame references earlier, and I thought about you.
Awamori is an essential part of an Okinawan culture, so I won't just stand by while you get threatened. Let's find that heirloom. Thank you so much. Can't believe you're really so willing to help a stranger like me. You're too kind. Thank me once we found the thing. So do you have any other clues that could help us find this heirloom? I do, actually. Our family has a special song that tells us where the heirloom is hidden. This is the panda dance. The penguin dance.
Oh, I know it's panda dance.
Peter Panda dance. That's what it was. The sound of crashing waves upon the sand so hot. The golden foam flows over sacred turtle spot. When you're feeling down, low to the ground, something like that.
Yeah.
Sound of crashing waves must mean it's near the ocean. Makes sense. That would be the beach in front of Morning Glory. Yeah. It's definitely the place my grandpa mentioned to. It's going to be that thing over to the left.
I'm curious if it will be.
A golden foam flows over sacred turtle spot. Peter Pan dance. It's iconic. I think golden and turtle must be big hints, but I've got no clue as to what it means. Me neither. For now, let's go take a look near Morning Glory. Yes, let's do that. Would you mind waiting here a moment before we head out? Why? I need to check on some of the awamori in the distillery to make sure it's still all aging properly. When you're in the middle of this situation, you sure are passionate about your work. I may not make the best business decisions, but I'm pretty darn good at making fine alcohol. In that case, stay here and let me keep an eye on your stock. I'll go look for the treasure on my own. Thanks for being so understanding. If you oh, okay. I was like, why is he bothering to list his number? If you find anything, just call my cell. My number is 555-292-6674. That's 555 Awamori if you couldn't tell.
Oh, I can't tell because I don't have that memorized, sir.
Right. I'll let you know what I find.
So whenever we go back to the orphanage at some point, we will go digging around in the sands.
I can't remember which way I'm facing.
Oh, you need to go to the right. And we're looking for the
And
public market. Yeah, I
one of
think that's to the
these.
left here.
What about Okinawan soba?
Oh, talk to them. Talk to the
Soba?
soba. Hell yeah, noodles.
Okay. Smoker's voice over here. It's a woman, so that's you.
Welcome. What can I get you today? Well, yeah, you got damaged, so order some soba. Yum. Thanks. Come again. All right, now you want to go behind this, and it says second floor, so maybe there's some way to get to the second floor.
First floor.
Oh, sweet.
This is just a Whole Foods. That's all this is.
This is so. This is better than Whole Foods. What are we talking about? So much better.
Where's the elevator?
Man, we can talk to. Hello, man.
Fish shop
Shop
owner. Welcome. So what can I do for you today? You buy fish? We also buy fish, you know.
Oh, really? See if you can sell what
Oh.
you caught.
My speckled perch. My green
Sure
turban.
enough. Interesting.
Thank you for
This is how
shopping
Quentin would
by.
get all of his money.
You're welcome. I'm still drunk. Oh, man. Grand
Stairs.
staircase. Holy crap. Hey, where's the hot lady in this place? Why are they all on their phones? Now I'm just the grumpy old man about kids being on their phone all the time.
Yes. All right, so that's your third option.
All right, she's a maybe. What you got on your back there?
A backpack.
A leather
No, it's a purse. I think. Just a
bag,
big
yeah.
ass purse.
Same
All right.
bag as it. Are you the same lady? Almost.
You have two other options.
So far, this lady's winning.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you for telling me that.
Until I talk to her and she's got like a bratty attitude, and then I'll completely lose interest. How do I get?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
How do I get out of here?
Wait, no, stop. I saw the open doors. There it is. Okay. You got a little health still down on health? Go have another bowl of soba.
Why are you pushing me to the soba place?
Because you have to visit it multiple times for something to happen.
Great. Okay.
Oh! You gotta
Yes.
eat everything. Also, experience points. Why not? Thanks.
Yeah.
Come again. Cat.
All right,
Hi, cat.
Now pull up.
Okay, so you have to go over your map. I can find the other two you need to go to.
Angry child walking.
All these children have tantrums, the sizes of which are astronomical.
Monkey D. Luffy walking. Whatever the world that thing is. Okay, another fight. Takes a while for the fight to kick in.
Uh-huh. We're at 6 now, so we actually can do something with it.
Oh, yeah. That was a cool combo.
Bam!
Piping hot.
Piping
10,000
hot.
yen.
Piping hot.
I can upgrade my abilities. Let's go for... Yeah, let's go for this one. Yeah, I got more health.
So go to your map if you want me to tell you to find these other 2 girls you want to look at.
I don't like the way that sounds, but okay. I know there's one up here at M-Store, Hatsumachi.
Yes, and then there should be another one that may be on the way up there. East end of Ryukyu Boulevard.
QQ Boulevard. Okay.
So that's that.
That's pretty much where I am.
The
Oh, wait, that's west. I'm going to go to the other side.
east end on the north side of the street. With no indicator as to what north is on your menu.
Right. Well, I'm going
Right,
east.
we're
so
on east, so
it would be
I'm
north.
sure you're going to... Oh, there's a lady to the left that you can look at. There you go.
All right. She seems nice. Last one is
All the way up north. At that safe
the
point.
Diet. God, can I take a cab?
And there's taxi right there.
Oh, man.
That is terrible. Why would there be 2 taxis literally like within like right the poof the distance? Like I can fart and get there.
Yeah, the poof distance, you know.
We were playing Amazing Frog and it just farts and accelerates you down the street.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. That's,
Sorry,
yeah,
Amazing Frog?
It's a unit of measurement.
It is.
Also, good correction on the question.
Thank you. Might be a good idea to hit up a save here at some point whenever you get to see your girl, maybe. Also, cool to see what we can pass by around here.
Can I fight or two?
Buildings. Purple. We haven't figured out what purple color is.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
That'll be
The
our
hunches on some of these men. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The old men. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, was it just him? Because he's done.
No, he's terrified.
Oh!
That was a pretty good combo.
That was great. It says, why does this man keep fighting you? Because the game is like, hey, you need money because you broke as hell.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep chucking them at you.
Got a platinum nail. That means. Here's the phone booth.
Hi, cat. Hi, cat.
Atsumachi.
Oh yeah, M
M-Store.
store. She should be maybe in here.
Oh, she looks nice.
Makes us know, but like it's the same man's as the one who interrupted your boob staring session. They didn't make Dominic Kirk.
Yeah, she looks nice.
All right, well then talk to her.
I will speak to her. She seems pretty
now a cat
average
is
all
trying to
around.
help you and is scratching my screen, no claws out, with the information on it.
I see. She seems pretty average all around. The type that might get flustered if things don't go her way. Yet there's still something intriguing about her. Could she be the one? Hold that thought. Okay, we're going to go look at the other ones. Because I need to know his assessment on them. I didn't realize there was that portion of it.
Okay, and I think the next one you run into traveling down is the one that's at Aqua Sky. That
Yes.
is on the corner.
Yes, I am, Meg. Which one of these lucky ladies will have the luxury of doing whatever it is you do at a cabaret club, talking to men every night?
They're all on phones. They're all good at talking.
She doesn't seem like a talk. She doesn't seem like a talker. She's on the phone. I doubt she knows all that much about the world, but I can tell she's very diligent. Maybe I should approach her?
She seems like no.
That's a no.
I'm voting no on that one.
It's a no from me, dog.
A no.
You do not make it to Hollywood.
Then I think the next one you run across is the Smile Burger one.
Yeah. I can't remember whether I constantly hit that wrong button.
Yeah, you do. And that one.
Because it always feels like I should press the back button to get to... New seal. Where's Smile Burger? Smile Burger, there it is. Oh, near the save and taxi. I always feel like I should be able to hit the back button and go to the map.
Can you remap it?
I don't think so.
I'm just so anxious. No sparkles.
Yeah, it's just sparkle. I'm in the wrong.
Oh, that's where you landed now. Okay. Child.
Angry child. I do think that's really funny. They're walking.
Like they're also like
animation is
power
great.
walking, you know? It's not even like angry, like I'm power walking this.
It's just a very determined walk animation.
Everyone run in for the fight!
I'm pretty sure one of these dudes was named Nakamine as well.
That guy like bolts before dying. Vexus, I want to know where all these people hide, waiting for a fight to break out nearby. Also, it's Okinawa. This is not like it's the streets of Tokyo.
It's
like,
the most exciting thing they've had happen all day.
and why are the shouldn't be this many fights? Like, you shouldn't be expecting this. This shouldn't be normal.
All right, let's see what Madam Secretary stacks
It's all
up at.
business.
She appears to be a good conversationalist, and she's also pretty smart. But I don't think she's all that motivated as a person. Should I give her a chance? She's wearing a suit. She looks very motivated. Is there any sort of strategy about which one of these girls I select?
No.
Okay. Last one is...
No, we have 2 more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you need to turn around and go the other way. There are 5 total. We're just revisiting them now so Clayton can look at them. Remember, there's the lady that's on the street, and then there's the lady in the public market.
Oh, yeah, all the way down here, east.
Nope. Yeah,
No.
you're right. No, sorry. Yeah, east. It is east.
It is
So
east.
that way.
Yeah.
So just literally turn
And
around
then
the other way.
public market. Okay, so east. There she is. Get hit by a
Getting
car.
hit by a car. Yeah. Have you had a preference for which one yet? Because I don't have. You haven't told me.
She takes care of herself pretty well, and I sense that she's really smart. I doubt she'd be fazed by a stressful day on the job either. He doesn't have anything negative to say about her.
That one seems like a good option.
Okay, so far, pink shorts are in the lead. And not Smile Burger, public something.
Yeah. So go. I can tell you how to get there.
Into the place, and then down to the question mark. Sorry. I'll be back.
Probably.
What did we say C was?
I think that's convenience store. No? I don't know what C is.
Oh, coin lockers.
Coin lockers. Which we have no coins yet. We have no keys yet. No sparkles. That's what I was saying earlier. Surprised that the only sparkle we see is the worms.
Really sad state of affairs.
Yeah. The sparkles I see in my life are wiggly worms that I like to put on a hook and go fishing with.
Whoa.
That old man had quite the wedgie.
Oh yeah, in there like swimwear.
Yeah. Run away, old man. Run away. Vexus, these 4 people watching makes sense. Not the 20 that showed up before, running down the street to get to it.
God, the blood.
All over the neck and everything.
Jesus.
I think we slit his throat and he's dead.
God.
This is the ghost.
This man is dead.
You're gonna go left and up the stairs.
Upstairs. So, right, left,
No, sorry. Yeah, I died. Yeah. Okay.
the stairs. Turn here. Turn here. And there she is. Idiot on the phone. She seems clever enough for the job. Very friendly too. And she's also quite motivated, but I feel like she'll get stressed out pretty easily. Should I go with her? I will not go to her. I will go to Short Shorts.
All right, we finally made our pick for the first girl.
We've done our due diligence. Kiryu diligence. There's the door on this place. Okay.
You
That'll be-
idiot! How do you expect to deliver all those orders?
I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had so many of them backed up like that.
Do you honestly think you can deliver all these by yourself?
No.
I apologize. I didn't mean for you to see us like this.
Is something wrong?
It's just that this dumbbell here took on far too many deliveries than he could handle. And it's not like we have anyone else on hand to help either.
Sorry, I caused so much trouble.
If only I had one more person to take on deliveries. That would be so much help. Oh, but where could I possibly find someone that would help out on such short notice?
Yeah, that might be tough.
Well, never mind about that. You're here for some of our delicious soba noodles, aren't you? Help deliver soba.
Should I order or? How about if I lend a hand? I'm sure you'll need all the help you can get.
We'll go get your girl after this. Would you? That would be wonderful. We just don't have enough delivery people here. Good Lord, Meg.
That's great. That's a great joke. Hey,
We'll
Haruka,
have to
get over
visit
here.
3 locations.
Bring Tai Chi. Drugstore in Karyushi Arcade, Mahjong Parlor in East Hatsumachi, and the Info Center in Hatsumachi. Got it.
The soba you'll be delivering is here in these boxes. So could you take them to all 3 of those locations?
I
You
knew
get
I
5
was
minutes.
just about to
I
ask.
don't want to
is
keep
there a
our
time limit?
customers waiting, so hop to it.
All
I'll
right,
pay
this
you a
lady-
part-timer's wage if you do a good job.
Getting real bossy already on my first minute on the job. Drugstore in Karyushi Arcade, Mahjong Parlor in East Hatsumachi, and Info Center in Hatsumachi. All right, I'll deliver these as quickly as humanly possible. I'll be right back.
Yo. I really hope you're marked on your map somewhere.
I really hope the clock isn't ticking right now.
They're not marked on the map.
Karyushi Arcade.
Okay, so look for Maida Pharmacy.
Yeah, Maeda Drugs.
Okay, so you need to go there. That's the one right by you, so you should start with that first.
Drugstore in Karyushi Arcade. I'm sure they've been waiting for their soba. Hello, your Okinawan soba delivery has arrived. Yes. Yes. Got here pretty
How'd you
quick
even
too.
pay for the delivery fee, sir? You could have just walked over there.
Yeah, honestly. Smell those pork ribs. You just can't beat them. Here's what I owe you. See you next time.
All right, then you're looking for a mahjong location.
I think that is down south for some reason.
North.
Oh, okay. What was I looking at? Shogi. Night Guide, South Island. Karaoke-kan, Hatsumachi. Cabaret Club Flawless. Mahjong camp. There we go.
Hold on, before you do that one, go back to where you said something about Ryuki Knights.
Yukio Night Guide.
I think that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
So the pink one and then that purple one right there.
Alright,
Not
flawless.
that pink one. Purple.
I know. I'm just looking at the other ones. So this is East Hatsumachi. Yeah, so that would be that one on East Hatsumachi, and then Hatsumachi Mahjong. Yeah.
I don't see a timer anywhere.
I bet it's an invisible timer.
Oh dear, it's interesting.
I'm gonna run across this street.
Run! No! Stoplights for you!
Just hope I don't get in a fight with all this soba.
Just smack them up the heads with the containers and keep on running.
Yeah.
They gotta run across the purple one first.
Same. Oh, look at these fancy dressers. Can't remember where they are. That one? Mahjong camp. Ah, there we go. My beloved pork rib noodles have arrived at last. Smells divine. Gotta eat them at least once a week, you know. Well, here's what I owe you. Okay, I'll find my next customer. I think it's this one.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Info Center in Hatsumachi. They must have been waiting for their soba.
So I wonder if we can go into these places now, too. Yeah, we can because they're colored. Yes! Done! And it didn't say we failed out for time or anything like that.
All my deliveries. Now to get back to that Okinawa soba joint.
Oh, you're back! I didn't expect to see you so soon. You threatened me.
This is everything they paid me.
Wonderful. Thank you for your help. You really helped us out of a pinch, so I'd like to give you a little something. Oh, and I threw some extra in there to show my gratitude.
10,000 yen.
Next time you-
visit- oh,
Next time you visit, you can just relax and enjoy your meal. I promise.
Oh, I see.
All right. Now go pick up your girl.
Go pick up my girl. Angry child.
Oh, people. I'm an angry child.
Is this way?
It's down that way. On the left side of the road. Now you finally get to talk to her, Meg.
Yes.
Finally gonna get to talk to a lady.
Talk to a girl?
What to do?
Okay, let's see what I can come up with. Sorry to interrupt with whatever you're doing, but
Huh? Oh, are you talking to me?
oh yes. You see, I was minding my own business when all of a sudden I found myself drawn to your overwhelming beauty. Come on, Kiryu.
Oh. No. You really mean that?
Of course I do. Now, I'm sure you get this all the time. That is the perfect female response. Just be like, okay, I see where this is going.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Now, I'm sure you get this all the time, but have you ever been interested in working as a hostess?
No, actually, you're the first one who's asked. And yeah, I guess I'd be open to it.
Whoa, quick U-turn there in the background. All right, then. Then would you mind coming by our club? I'd be more than happy to explain the details there.
Okay, then. I'm Kiryu.
Kirie.
I'm 22 years old and looking to broaden my horizons. It's really nice to meet you.
Kiryu and Kirie.
Yeah, there you go.
Likewise, let me show you the way. So this is your bedroom. You'll be sleeping in one of these lockers.
That's 3 for Maki, 2 for... No, I think 3 for Yui, 3 for Eve. No, 4. I see 4 for Eve.
Do you? Yep.
Yeah.
So we have like
Good
3
God.
employees, and we're just throwing lockers at them. Welcome to our club. We specialize in helping our hostesses reach the top of the industry. First, we need to decide on a stage name for you, something that would fit the persona you want to project.
Yeah, you could change your name.
Hmm. Oh, I was gonna call her Giggle Bang's Rice Bowl.
Lovely.
It's a New Girl reference.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right.
Next is we pay out bonuses with lockers.
I'm just gonna leave her as Kiryu.
I mean, I probably would because it's also going to confuse me later on whenever it's like, you need
Right.
a sub story. Which one did you name?
I imagine it doesn't make any difference except for the names on the lockers. Like it's gonna put that name on that on a locker back there.
Maybe. Someone has to
Yeah.
give up a...
That's a good name. From now on, you'll use that while working at the club. Hopefully, you can remember it.
And I look forward to being your #1 girl. Where do I start?
First, let's get you changed into an outfit worthy of your grace and charm. See, as soon as you walk out that door, you'll be reborn as a head-turning queen of the night.
Oh.
Are we making her a vampire?
Okay, so I will send Clayton the guide that exists for this because apparently it's guide worthy in this game. So, ooh, good luck.
I mean, I own all these. Oh, you're gonna send it to me now?
No. Yes. I no. I'm not gonna send it to you now. This is not something that you need to worry about now. This is just information you need to have for the future. Just put something on her.
I like this one.
Oh, Meg votes for yellow.
All right, we can do yellow.
What does it say for description?
Dazzling to the max.
Oh, okay.
Standard dress with sexy trim. Beautiful standard one piece revealing but classic. And this is where she walked in. Cannot change into casual wear. You know, I can't wear my denim shorts.
God, thank you, because there were some outfits in the last one I was like hating.
Okay. This is neat.
She's got some refinement going on. She's kind of cute. Oh, is that the new girl? Why is there a timer now?
Oh. All right. It's not moving, but it's just like maybe what time of day it is. Different crowds. Yeah. And you are?
That's 5 lockers for Maki. I'm Aya. And you must be the new guy. I guess that makes you my senpai.
That makes... Oh, I guess that makes me your senpai.
I suppose I should teach you the tricks of the trade to help this job go smoothly. Otherwise, I wouldn't be much of a senpai, now would I? So, when it comes to doing well as a hostess, customer satisfaction is everything, right?
Right.
That's why it's important to get a grasp on the customer's preferences and do your best to satisfy them. You should be able to get an idea of what the guests want when you walk the floor. Anyway, just get out there and see what you can learn. Use your eyes and ears.
You're saying that I should gather information and coordinate Kiryu's attributes and appearance? That way she can better satisfy the customers? Everything I say is a question?
Uh-huh. Yep. Am I being a little too much? Either way, do your best and don't get stressed. Both of you guys.
Feel for your customers' preferences by walking around the club. Then return to the break room and coordinate your hostess to fit their ideal image. All right, time to hit the floor.
Is this going to be something you have to do each night?
I don't
I want
know.
a nice, gorgeous girl to come sit on my lap. Oh, I hate this.
She should be drop dead gorgeous. Let me guess. You want the girl to be pretty. I just everyone is using the word gorgeous, so I assume, yeah. She's sitting there on her phone
Jesus,
with
girl.
the perfect posture. That is absolute perfect seated posture. Just knock-kneed, pigeon-toed. That's great. Okay, so I just keep seeing the word gorgeous, so I'm gonna go back in here and focus on the word gorgeous. The way things work around here is our girls go out onto the floor a total of 3 times to serve customers. Each service is followed by a break period. During that time, you can train your hostess of choice, and coordinate their appearance. I'll explain training another time. Dress up. Is there one that mentions... Okay, there's more. Gorgeous dress. Okay. Good choice, Meg.
Meg nailed it.
Modern, elegant, loose curls. I remember these being incredibly effective in the previous Yakuza games. Those gaudy gold hoops.
God damn.
A chain that is tattooed to her clavicle.
Ha!
Okay, so I guess we'll just go through each one. Outfit, that's already gorgeous. The nails.
Oh, we're gonna look at them nails. Don't you worry.
There was an option? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there was an option for nails. Just
Uh,
go through it slowly. That way you don't get all over the place.
That's pretty nice.
Do any of these descriptions say something specific to...
No, I looked at a few of them. They don't really... Yeah, none of them.
Okay. Also, look at the amount of money you have and how much money this stuff is costing.
Oh, yeah,
Remember,
that's true.
Remember, you don't have a lot of money at this point.
Yeah. Whoa!
Digging this. Digging this.
Color match to your dress, madam.
All of my girls will have pink and blue hair.
Like the raven will. Okay, eyebrows. Is eyebrows off?
There's so much detail in this.
It really is. Why does it keep going all over the place? Eyelashes. Why? Okay.
Is this Sims? It
It is
definitely as much detail.
quite a lot. Now you're gonna see how a man does makeup. Just too much of everything. Glitter eyeshadow.
Ooh. Yes.
Color
Color
contacts.
contacts.
Oh, I need to pick the color.
I can't believe the detail on this.
Yeah, who wants to talk to this lady?
I don't think that one
Stare
will.
into your frickin' soul. They make- yeah. They only get a chance to work on one title, so they shove every game, every other type of game in it they want to make. Isn't she lovely?
She's lovely.
Earrings. Staple them to your hair. Gorgeous nails.
There we go.
I would not define those as gorgeous, but okay.
They want a gorgeous girl.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
Gorgeous watch. I don't have enough. Gosh.
My God. Oh my God. Why wasn't it buying it as we went along?
Are you
Fucking kidding?
me?
The last two options put you over. All right, so go
You mean
back.
the ones that I want?
Get
Which
rid
are
of the
watch.
things. Get rid of the ring. You don't need the ring.
I can't afford anything. Like
Don't
those
need
are
the ring.
those are the ones, but those are the ones that are called gorgeous.
No, the watch and the nails are gorgeous. So what are you at now?
Yeah. 960,000 yen.
So that's okay. Can't get the watch. We can get the nails.
Yeah, already got the nails. Nails are there.
Wait, I think that. Okay. Producer says, fun fact, Clay, about men not knowing anything about makeup or going overboard. The female part of the Red Dead 2 online community can always tell, even without the profile name / gamer tag, when men were playing female characters because they would overdo the makeup and make their avatars too gaudy for the time period.
Absolutely. Check status. Okay, can't do anything there. Go to the club. Looking for a gorgeous gal and I leave until I find one. Okay, yeah, now she's talking. Do I... Okay, is there any...
Now you're
and now
two
we're in
blocks
the
of time.
second section, right? Okay. Now, does that mean we're done? Like, do I go in here now and get ready for the next chunk?
Now, this is because she went out 3 times. One, she was sitting there doing nothing. The second one, she was talking to someone. And now the third time, she's talking to
Got it.
someone
Okay.
else.
Yeah, clearly. He wants someone gorgeous.
Sure he does.
So I guess that's it. Are you the lady with the dog? Are you the dog lady?
Yeah.
This dude is just staring me
I
into
wonder
my soul.
if over time this is going to be filled with only girls that you have selected for the club.
I imagine so. And
Or
now,
can you only work
what
with
do
one
I-
a night? I wonder if it's
what do
only
I
one a
do?
night.
Okay.
Way to go. You've really gotten a nice aesthetic there, and I know for a fact the customers notice too. Keep up the good work, and you'll be #1 in no time. Of course. We hostesses got to stick together, you know?
Kiryu-san's rank went up. I can tell you've been putting a lot of work into it. I can tell you've both been putting a lot into it. Keep up the excellent work. Great work today. Let's aim for the next milestone. $2 million? How much of that do I get to keep?
That was total sales. Her individual sales was only 17,001.
You gotta start somewhere.
Quested twice.
Oh, that's her number. We want her to get the number down. Okay, I get it. I get it. So this is less of a like mini game thing and more of just like paying attention to those people. Now, as a test, where am I? I want to go to...
You want to see if one of those ladies are still there?
Yeah.
Then turn around. Oh, there's one there in off the sky.
She is gone.
She's
Okay.
gone.
So I'm glad I chose the one that I wanted. So now are we going back to the place to find the heirloom, or are we going to...
I wouldn't worry about doing the heirloom until we
golf
get
here?
back naturally to the orphanage at some point.
Okay. We've done the question marks here. Do you want to do golf now?
It's 10:17. Do you want to keep going?
I at least want to see what the golf is.
Okay, then go to golf.
I want to go nowhere. Oh, yes!
Country club.
Are you a member of our club? Well, no, so you're a visitor. Do you have a guest pass? My deepest apologies, sir, but this is a highly exclusive club for local businessmen and government officials only. If you don't have an invitation from a current member, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I'm very sorry, sir. Dang it, how am I ever going to find Akasaka if I can't even get in the club? If you'll allow me to intrude.
Oh, conveniently.
I hear you don't have a guest pass. Yeah, I didn't realize this was a private club. In that case, why don't you join me for a couple of holes? Really? I was actually meant to meet a friend here, but it seems he won't be showing up. I suppose he had some last-minute business to attend to. I'm not too fond of playing by myself, though. So if you wouldn't mind joining me, I'm glad to have you along. And who are you exactly? Where are my manners? My name is Akasaka.
Ah,
You mean-
conveniently.
Yeah. You mean from the city council? With the popped collar and everything? I take it you've heard of me. May I ask your name? It's Kiryu. Well then, Kiryu-san, shall we play? I am going to school this councilman. Talk about luck. This is just the perfect chance for me to get closer to Akasaka. Change shot range. Shot direction with the bumpers. Oh, I can put English on it. Yo, that's nuts. I don't think it's called English in golf, but same thing. I'll take the first shot if you want. Be my guest. Nanyo Country Club. It's none your business.
Ha
Okay. Oh, am I shooting as... Oh, no, I'm just watching him. Change clubs by using right up and right down. Okay. So, just by change the shot range to half the distance. Huh, okay. Some points will put a spin on the ball. Top spin or bottom spin. Okay. Hold down A to build the shot power. Oh, I'll hold it to release it to set the shot power. After setting the power, press A just as the cursor is aligned with the ball to deliver it. Got it. Okay. It's not quite 3 button. It's a weird way to do it, but okay. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd go that far. The wind's just been blowing in my favor today, that's all. You golf often, Kiryu-san? Not really, no. I've got a couple 100 hours in a driving range, though. Practice makes perfect. Right. Okay, so I'm trying to get... Is there a way I can... see... Oh, there's my marker. Okay. What is this? Why is the left stick the camera? What good does that do? Uh, 6 meters that way. Shoot straight through the trees. Why not? Put it. I'm going to put it all the way there.
Good lord.
What? Oh, this like dynamic like swooping camera thing is messing with me. All right, I guess I'll give it a shot that way.
I feel like that's not gonna go. Oh, okay.
Either it does or it doesn't. Who knows? At least I'll know what I can get away with the trees. Oh, okay. So once I set it, the camera stops moving. That's good. Duh. Okay. That. Yeah, I would like to reach. How did? Hold on. Man, that come down is real fast.
Maybe you should go along the green of the course.
Yeah, maybe I should go along. Yeah, of course. Oh, I want to move the camera. Oh, again, this camera.
Nice shot.
That thing comes down so fast. Holy crap. Ah, shoot. It's gonna take me a while to get used to that speed. No, I'm alright with that. Lord, wait, is it because my frame rate is so high? Some games don't play well with that. How am I gonna possibly measure this thing low enough?
You're on the green.
Okay, so we got the lines. So
I can't believe how much of this they're doing. Like,
so that's gonna break left and then come back a little bit right. So I need to go this way a little bit. Better. I have no idea of knowing where I should stop on this thing. Okay. We're at half. All right. Let's try that. Wasn't sure if I should keep holding it or not. All right. So, half power, and then all the way up. Too much.
boy.
All right. Closer though. Up a bit.
Like
Half
playing
power.
golf with your friends.
Yeah, honestly.
Oof. So
Yeah,
close.
it's real hard to measure this range.
He made par. It's probably a good thing that he wins.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
I'm gonna mulligan that, please. Double boogers. Okay. I think I hit a little too hard. Don't worry, that happens to everyone when they first starting out. All you need is some more practice. Now, shall we head to the next hole? Hey, what sort of work do you do, Kiryu-san? I run an orphanage called Morning Glory. Wow, taking care of all those children is quite a task. Not easy, sure, but nothing makes me happier than seeing them smile. That's wonderful. I'm glad to know you enjoy your work, Kiryu-san. What vital work it is. Now, let's get this hole started. See how fast that is? I can't, like, react to it. It has to be. It has to be. Oh, I can't change anything. It has to be my frame rate. It's so impossibly fast. I've got a little bit of tailwind. So let's go for that. That's okay. I see what it was doing there. It's still very fast, but I think I can do it. Sure, let's put it from the fringe. Bill. Oh!
Oh! You're gonna get par on this. Oh, and he got a birdie.
He's got birds.
But at least we did better.
Speaking of the orphanage, Kiryu-san, how many kids do you have there? 9. It's a very small orphanage.
Yeah.
All in elementary school.
I mean, it's just him. 9 kids. That's
true.
A lot.
Yeah. You take care of them all by yourself? Do you have any helpers? No, but the oldest girl, Haruka, takes on a lot of that responsibility. That sounds illegal. She'll be starting the 6th grade next month. And the chores are divided up between all the kids. Everyone has to help out. So it's not an orphanage, it's a co-op.
Yeah.
How wonderful. Too many kids these days sit around watching TV while their parents do all the work. Now, shall we head to the next hole? As a professional, Kiryu-san, what are your thoughts on the youth of today?
Oh, okay.
Well, things were definitely different when I was a kid, but with how drastically the world has changed, I guess that's not too much of a surprise. I'd say the real problem is that we spoon-feed everything to kids nowadays. There's no room for imagination anymore. Back in my day, we'd come up with games we could all play together when we were bored. Since we had lots of kids.
Pokemon's coming out with a multiplayer mode this game release. We're gonna play together.
And since we had lots of kids different ages, we had to make rules that were fair to everyone. We didn't want to exclude anyone just because of their age or ability. It was through those playground games that we first learned about cooperation and what it means to help others. These days, though, it's all about video games and the internet. Yeah, it is!
Yeah!
Twitch.tv/CarpetBoredom. From what I hear, most kids would rather stay in their rooms than go outside and play. That is me, Kiryu-san. True, we didn't have any of those luxuries when we were young. Children nowadays certainly have it good, but in a way, I feel sorry for them. Bullying seems to have grown more prevalent as well. I will admit, it's always been present, but incidents appear to be even more malicious recently. Bullying, you say? Perhaps the children of today lack basic consideration to follow for their fellow students. Looks like it, yeah. Overcooked that one just a little bit. 7.4 meter headwind. Let's go ahead and rip this one. See what we get.
Gotta get across there for sure.
If I hold it too long, it doesn't count.
Oh!
Out of bounds. I will take a mulligan.
Just don't do as much power on it.
That works!
Oh, buddy.
What's your friend shot? Keep going, Grandpa. One more. Lame bogey. I'll show you how it's done. I'll totally boot this.
He's so cocky now.
No. I believe I will be taking a mulligan on that.
There it is. Jesus.
Caught up with you, old man. Kiryu-san, I have another question about your children, if you don't mind. How do they spend their free time? Well, we don't have a computer or any game, so for most of the part, they all play together outside. All the older kids really look after the younger ones, too. It's like we're one big family. That sounds lovely. Would it be all right if I paid you a visit sometime? Of course, I'd be glad to have you. I am... Okay, we are tied at first. Draw!
Draw!
That's a respectable result. And look at him. Oh, he's having a great time. So is Kiryu.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to let this just run. I might capture a loop of that. I have to thank you for the match, Kiryu-san. Golf isn't much without an enjoyable conversation to go with it. I hope I'll have the chance to stop by your orphanage sometime soon. And I mean that sincerely. We'd love to have you. Perhaps there's even some way the city could support all the charitable work you do for those children. If you ever need anything, please feel free to give me a call. I'll do everything in my power to help you. My number is 555 Akasaka.
Huh.
I appreciate that, Akasaka-san. Farewell now. See you later. Ah, and before I forget, I signed you up on my permanent guest list, so you'll be free to visit the club whenever you please.
Oh, buddy. Guess what
Perhaps.
Clayton's doing?
Yeah, perhaps we'll even play again sometime. I hope so. I'm gonna smoke that dude next time I play him.
Hell yeah.
Akasaka had nothing but nice things to say about Morning Glory. I bet that'll make Shido... Look at that angry child. I bet that'll make Shido feel better. Where... There's a save around here somewhere, isn't there? No, there isn't.
I mean, not too far away either way. Did you see the hot guy back there?
No?
No, that's literally what someone was saying, and I was
Oh.
reading aloud what they said. Did you see that hot guy back there?
Oh, were they? I guess they were talking about me.
I assumed they were talking about you.
There it is.
Oh!
I can feel him coming now.
Here they come running, Meg! Oh, you want to bring a golf club? Sir, I don't think you know. I have a permanent guest membership of a local council member when it comes to playing golf, so I know how to handle that. He done! That's me.
Your Avenged Sevenfold shirt on. Shard of tempered glass.
Fishy shard. Tempered
Oh,
glass.
really?
Fishy.
I can save the game.
So annoying that you have to do this again by payphone rather than where we could just save all the time. Four out of 259 foods.
Yeah. Gotta coordinate that hostess's outfit? Huh. Okay.
You can absolutely do some of that stuff as normal off stream when it comes
Yeah.
to cabaret, because that's going to be time.
Yep. Alright, get us out of here.
All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight's stream of Yakuza 3 Remastered. But we are going to be continuing the rest of the week still in Yakuza 3, so make sure you come back tomorrow night. If you want to know more about what we're going to be playing for the rest of our other weeks, make sure you follow us on Twitter and join our Discord for the schedule, and hit up our Instagram for behind-the-scenes photos. And if you want links to that information, go to our website, carpeboredom.com. And while you're there, check out our two podcasts, the Carpe Boredom Podcast and Help Me Understand, which is Clayton and Brandon talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Again, tomorrow is more Yakuza 3 Remastered, so make sure you come back at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But until then, have a good night.
Good night.